Well, heck, happy Wednesday evening, and welcome to Quick Bite History Live, where we do our best to have a little fun with history. You can catch us live normally each Sunday and sometimes on Wednesday, like tonight, at 7 p.m. Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific time. Now, we do have a challenging Canvas Clues show for you here tonight, with 3 fresh new categories, all rolled up into one remarkable, fun, and educational game show. Watch our robots paint, listen to my clues, and you all make your guesses as we first count down the top 20 spy movies of all time. That should be some fun. And then test your sports IQ with the top 20 most polarizing figures in sports history. And finally, we explore and learn about the 20 most bizarre archaeological finds. So that should be interesting. That might be hard. And if you all stick around, I'm sure we might have a bonus round available if there's any hardcore enthusiasts still in the house. Now, please do check in the chat. Say hello. Feel free to comment. If I see a question coming in, I will do my best to address those as we go. I see Arena's in the house. Well, that's good. I'm sure some others will be trickling in no time. So anyway, let's fire up those robots and load up our first video file and get the show on the road. Now, you guys know the rules. Robots paint, you guess. I give some clues along the way. And we're going to be doing the top 20 spy movies of all time. And so, because we're going to be doing a countdown, they'll be a little harder and a little more obscure at first. This spy movie was set during the Cold War. This film follows an ordinary businessman recruited for an extraordinary mission. The protagonist finds himself entangled in espionage without prior spy training. Hey, Ramos, what's up? His covert operations are crucial in preventing a nuclear crisis. Now, remember, these are going to be a little hard at first. This is number 20. Benedict Cumberbatch takes on the role of the unlikely spy, based on a true story of the Grayville Win and his Soviet informant Oleg Penskovsky. Now, pretty obscure. Cold War, but the robots have it at number 20 spot. Any guesses? Any guesses at all? The movie showcases the sacrifices made by ordinary people in the world of intelligence. Interesting. This was made in 2020, so not that long ago. And the robots have it at number 20. Any guesses? Going once, going twice. This is called The Courier. The Courier 2020. All right, they'll get easier. Hang in there. Now I've at least heard of the next one. A retired CIA operative is pulled back into the deadly world of espionage. The story revolves around an agent protecting a key witness. A tangled web of deception unfolds in Russia and Serbia. It stars a former James Bond actor in the lead role. Now, I'll help you a little bit. This was 2014 that this was filmed. Pierce Brosnan plays a ruthless, highly skilled assassin. Hey, King, what's up? We're on number 19 of the spy movies, and they're a little obscure still. This is a Pierce Bronson movie. This film showcases the dark realities of international intelligence operations. 2014. Retired CIA operative is pulled back into the deadly world of espionage. Any idea? Anybody see this? Going once, going twice. Yeah, hey, happy birthday. Happy birthday. We'll see if we can do something for your birthday. If we can get one right. This was called the November Man. The November Man. Yeah, happy birthday. All right, I bet you know this one. This is 2017. A highly trained secret agent is sent to recover a list of double agents. The setting is Cold War Berlin, just before the wall falls. The film features incredible hand-to-hand combat and neon-soaked visuals. I love that. Yeah, you got it. All right, see, I told you they'd get easier. I like that phrase, neon-soaked visuals. Charlize Theron plays the lead as a deadly MI6 operative, famous for its brutal, continuous one-take stairwell fight scene. Now, I saw this, but I'm not remembering that. Is there a great stairwell fight scene? It must be. Hey, Zero! What's going on? What's going on? Welcome to the show. We're doing spy movies, famous spy movies, and we're down to number 18. Charlize Theron. Atomic Blonde, of course. You had it. The film redefined action sequences in modern-day spy cinema. Kind of generic. Fun fact. All right, I think you'll know this one too. Now, this is based on a 1960s television series of the same name. That's a good clue. A British and an American agent must team up despite their rivalry. The duo is forced to stop a secret criminal organization. It features Henry Cavill and Armie Hammer in stylish, witty roles. Anybody remember who this is? Armie Hammer. He's got some stories. Anybody heard the dirt on Armie Hammer? We'll save that for another time. This is a Guy Ritchie directed espionage film with a retro, cool aesthetic. Yeah, you got it, King. King has it. Yeah, it has that gal, I forget her name, the one that was in the, she was the android in that one movie. It's so cool. She's in this one too, the android girl. Yeah, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., made in 2015. This was a fresh take on classic spy cinema, balancing humor and action. There you go, you got it. All right. We are going to number 16. Now, this one's a little more obscure, but very cool. A tailor is recruited to fabricate intelligence reports. The film satirizes the manipulative nature of the intelligence world. The main character is reluctantly drawn into spy games. Now, it's another Pierce Brosnan movie. Pierce Brosnan in a uncharacteristic but brilliant espionage role. Well, he's in lots of spy movies. Adopted from a John le Carré novel. Anybody know this one? It wasn't, this wasn't a super distributed movie. I did hear of it, but I don't think I've seen it yet. And so some of these I'm going to go back and see for sure. Going once. Any guesses? Going twice. This I can't. It's too hard. It's too hard for me to read. The Tailor of Panama. The Tailor of Panama. Now, this was made all the way back in 2001, so that's probably why you didn't get it. It's a darkly comedic look at the unintended consequences of espionage. There you go. All right. I think we got one more obscure one, and then it gets easier. So enjoy this one being hard. A Cold War surveillance thriller set in East Germany. A Stasi officer spies on a playwright searching for subversive activity. The spy becomes emotionally invested in his target's life. The film explores themes of paranoia, oppression, and redemption. This is one of the most acclaimed German films of all time. Well, so there you go. A little hard for us to know this one. This is a German film. Anybody, any guesses out there? The year was 2006. It is a powerful exploration of surveillance and human conscience. Doesn't ring a bell to anybody, huh? Sorry, it was hard. The robots, they can get some obscure. They know everything, right? The robots know everything, so they come up with some wild stuff. This is called The Lives of Others. Learn something every day on Quick Bite History Live. The Lives of Others. There you go. Hopefully we'll get easier. Kind of looks like Max Headroom, huh? Kind of did. Well, I think you know this one. A rogue nuclear threat forces an elite spy into a dangerous mission. It features some of the most daring stunts ever captured on film. The film is part of a long-running, high-adrenaline franchise. Okay, Rhombus, you are correct, but I need a more complete answer because this one had a episode name, essentially, right? It stars an actor famous for performing his own stunts. We know that. Mr. Tom Cruise jumps out of a plane, rides a helicopter, and then goes off a cliff. All for real. Anybody remember the episode or chapter's name? Well, that's Mission Impossible. This is the year. Okay, I'm going to give you the hint. 2018. So I don't know if was that the first one, second one, third one. I don't know. But this is the most popular one, according to the robots, because I told the robots only pick one film from each series. Okay, so there's another clip. This was Mission Impossible Fallout. Mission Impossible Fallout, an action-packed, practical effects-driven spy masterpiece. There you go. All right, let's get harder again. That was too easy. Let's go back to the year 1965. A grittier, more grounded alternative to James Bond films. So somebody complained about James Bond films last time. I think it was you, Rhombus. So this is a grittier, more grounded alternative. The protagonist is a reluctant spy drawn into Cold War intrigue. I can see your comments. I see Stewart's with like a 20-second delay. But he is correct. Welcome to the game, Stewart. And he is correct with only 3 clues. The film's tone is more noir. and cerebral than action-heavy. Michael Caine plays Harry Palmer, the anti-Bond spy. And Stuart is correct. It's called the Ipcress File. 1965. A stylish intellectual espionage thriller from the 1960s. Michael Caine. Michael Caine. Here we go. All right, I think you'll know this one. A CIA analyst uncovers a deadly conspiracy within his own agency. His entire office is assassinated, forcing him to flee. Well, I'd take off too. Sounds a little sketchy. The film reflects post-Watergate paranoia. It stars Robert Redford as the bookish agent on the run. Anybody remember this one? I remember this one. I've seen it. I don't know if I would have remembered it if I was in your shoes. A tense, realistic take on intelligence work in America. Yeah, Stuart knows his spies. A gripping thriller that questions who can truly be trusted. You are correct. I don't think I've told you the year yet. Who knows the year of this movie? Anybody, any guesses on what year this was made? Stuart has the correct answer. It is indeed 3 Days of the Condor. 3 Days of the Condor, Robert Redford. Close, Mitch. Welcome to the game. 1975, very close. All right, this next one was cool. Cool, Raul. 2012 was the year, to give you guys a little clue. A top secret CIA operation takes place in 1979. This was set in 1979. The rescue mission involves creating a fake sci-fi movie. Looks cool. We should do that. The operation is set during the Iran hostage crisis. Ben Affleck stars as the real-life CIA agent behind the mission. It's based on a declassified true story. King has it. I like your answer, Mitch. Oh, because does it kind of look like Star Wars? I don't think so. I don't think it looks like Star Wars. I'm not sure. That's right. This is Argo. Ben Affleck. 2012. This was a fascinating blend of Hollywood and real-world intelligence strategy. Yeah, cool movie. Cool movie for sure. Definitely. Argo. Yeah, real interesting. I watched it twice because I, to kind of figure it out again. Because it was a little complicated. Which is cool that they did something in real life that was that complicated. All right, I've never heard of this one, so good luck. A lawyer is recruited to negotiate an international spy exchange. Oh, I shouldn't say that. I think I've seen it. The film is set during the height of the Cold War. It revolves around a captured Soviet spy and a downed American pilot. And actually, Tom Hanks plays the central role. That's him there. That's Tom behind the desk. Tom behind the desk, Cold War, trading spies, spy exchange, directed by Steven Spielberg. No, it's not The Recruit. Not The Recruit. I definitely didn't remember the name of this. I think I saw it though. Seems familiar. A gripping legal drama with classic espionage attention. Yeah, King. King has it. King's pretty good at the movies. That won't help you on the next game. Bridge of Spies. Bridge of Spies. 2015, Mr. Tom Hanks. He's just waiting for that Epstein list, isn't he? Yeah, there's a lot of people waiting for that list. Where is that list? All right, this one sounds really interesting, and I don't think I saw it. A deeply complex, slow-burning, I love slow-burning, spy drama. The plot revolves around uncovering a Soviet mole within the British intelligence. It's based on a novel by John le Carre. John le Carre. Gary Oldman stars as the methodical spy master George Smiley. Yeah, you guys know it. Very good, you guys. Rhombus and King. I think Rhombus had it first. One of the most intricately plotted espionage films ever made. Sounds complicated. I gotta watch this. I don't think I've seen it. Anybody know what is it on, like HBO or something? Or Netflix? What are those? Apple TV? Got another month of Apple TV from buying a new computer chain. Correct. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. 2011. Tinker Tailor Soldier Spy. A cerebral, intricate masterpiece of spy fiction. There you go. All right, another older one. Now, I've heard of this one. I'm not remembering it real well, but 1965. A delusioned British agent is sent on one final mission. The film presents espionage as a cynical and brutal profession. Deception and betrayal lie at the heart of the plot. I'm going to help you. It stars Richard Burton in one of his best performances. And almost. No, not quite story. No, that's not it. Based on John le Carre's. No, this guy wrote some spy shit. John le Carre, his novel of the same name. That name, what you said there was close, but it's not quite it. A bleak yet brilliant portrayal of Cold War intelligence work. The man who knew too much is close. And King, I like your approach, trying to take it from my clue there. That was good. Eraserhead is a great answer. Not for this category, but The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Does that make sense? The Spy Who Came In From the Cold. Now, I know you're going to know this one. 1959. A case of mistaken identity leads to a cross-country chase. The protagonist is not a spy, but gets caught up in the espionage. The film features one of cinema's most famous chase scenes, which you're seeing right here. You're seeing the famous chase scene. It's directed by, and it stars, I'm going to make you guess all these things, a stylish, iconic spy thriller that influenced generations. Now, does anybody remember this? Who's the star? Who's the director? Both super famous people. 1959. And of course, the movie's got a cool name too. Going once. This is the chase scene where the airplane's chasing him through the cornfield. Mary Jo! There you go! Look at that! Coming in with a win. And the star is, and the director is You guys know all this. North by Northwest is correct. Correct. This is Mr. Cary Grant, directed by Alfred Hitchcock. All right, kick yourselves now. There you go. All right. All the answers came in, so maybe you were just delayed. Okay, this next one's kind of hard. Not as easy as that. Based on real-life events involving Israeli intelligence. The story follows a covert assassination squad. The team is tasked with avenging the 1972 Munich Olympics massacre. So this is the story about the Avengers for the Olympic thing. A gripping, morally complex thriller. And this was once again directed by Steven Spielberg. Well, he gets himself involved in a lot of movies. I think he hires himself, right? Is that how he gets the job? Alex, what's up? Anyway, who knows this movie? Spy movie. Spies? Correct. Kings on the board. Everybody's in the house. Good to see everybody. An intense reflection on vengeance and its consequences. And yep, you are correct. It is Munich. The year that they made the movie was 2005. Now, does anybody remember firsthand those Olympics and watching all the crazy stuff going on? Now, I do, because I was a young man, about 18 years old, I'd say, and I used to love the Olympics, and I was glued to that thing. So that was a freaky incident, let me tell you. Here we go. Oh, you already know this one. I don't even need to give you any clues. The Cold War naval standoff with nuclear stakes. A Soviet submarine commander defects to the U.S. Speaking of Russia, Alex should know this one. Yes, correct. Correct, you are wrong. Anybody remember the year? How about the two lead actors or the writer? Who wrote the story? Who wrote the story? And who were the main two actors in this movie? A thrilling game of underwater chess between superpowers. 89's close enough. 1990. 1990. Sean Connery, Tom Clancy, those are both correct answers. And the other star was who? I like the way you spell Sean Connery. I love that. This is the other actor was Alec Baldwin, believe it or not. Alec Baldwin. The Hunt for Red October, Tom Clancy, 1990. Okay, we're down to the top four. The category's getting thin. A street smart young man is recruited into an elite spy agency. The organization operates independently of any government. High-tech gadgets, tailored suits, and British wit define their styles. The film features over-the-top action, including a wild church fight scene. Yeah. Now, we'll give you bonus credit if anybody can get the episodes name, because, this is one where they're going to have lots of sequels, right? So this was Kingsman, something. And you guys know what what comes after the colon. Colin Firth and Taron Egerton bring this modern spy adventure to life. It's fun. It was a fun movie. I enjoyed it. 2014, actually. It's all the way back to 2014. And I think this was the first one. And the episode name was not The Golden Circle. A fresh, stylish, and thrilling take on the espionage genre. Yeah, there you go, King. Kingsman: The Secret Service, 2014. Down to the top three. Here we go. A man is found floating in the ocean with no memory of who he is. He soon discovers he possesses extraordinary combat and espionage skills. This is great. His own government is hunting him down. The film redefined the spy genre with its realistic action and gritty tone. Correct. Everybody's going to get this one. Let's see who we're going to give it to. We're going to give it to Stuart first. Matt Damon plays Jason Bourne in his breakout action role. There you go. The Bourne identity. And it does not have, the original one does not have an episode name. Yeah. Oh, Alex, I like the way you stated it as well. That is correct. The film launched a new era of spy thrillers grounded in realism and intensity. Yeah, it's a great movie. Most of them are pretty good, right? And a lot of them have really good scenery. Yeah. They're all good. That first one's a classic. No doubt. Once again, the robots were instructed to only pick one from each series, and so they picked it. This was an interesting one at number 2. A Navy officer becomes entangled in a deadly Pentagon conspiracy. A mysterious murder sets off a desperate hunt for a supposed Russian spy. We have one amongst us. Twists and betrayals unfold in a high-stakes game of deception. The tension builds to one of the most shocking endings in spy movie history. Who knows this, but who remembers it? The General's Daughter. I like that, but no. And I'm going to ask for the star of this movie, too. A gripping Cold War era thriller that keeps you guessing until the final moment. Now remember, a Navy officer becomes entangled in a deadly Pentagon conspiracy. Anybody remember? A mysterious murder sets off a desperate hunt for a Russian spy. Do you remember the movie? Anybody remember the movie? How about, I'm going to give you the movie, then I'm going to ask for the star. No Way Out is the name of the movie, 1987. No Way Out. Starring, yeah, there you go, King. Kevin Costner. Anyway, interesting, the robots picked that for number 2. At number 1, now who haven't we had yet? This film introduced one of the most iconic spy gadgets, an Aston Martin with hidden weapons. It was so cool. When I was a kid watching this, it was so cool. The villain's evil plan, I think I like the naked ladies. The villain's evil plan revolves around Fort Knox and the gold supply. A silent henchman uses a deadly steel-rimmed axe as a weapon. Yes, he does. He does indeed. There you go, Rumpus. Yeah, they painted the ladies gold. They were naked in the movie. So that was pretty good as a teenager. It features the most famous James Bond theme song and many one-liners. Sean Connery embodies the suave yet lethal MI6 agent James Bond. This film defined the spy genre and remains the ultimate Bond adventure. Yeah, odd job, right? Odd job. I was going to ask you that. The Stuart guessed I was going to ask you that. The steel rimmed hat. If you on the golf course and flip that thing. That's right. Goldfinger, 1964, James Bond. So there we go. We did the spy movies. You guys did very well. It was pretty fun. Something to keep in mind. It was pretty fun. Even though at the beginning it was pretty hard. It's good. And we learned to go back and watch. Right? So movies to go back and watch. Let's do that. Anyway, you guys up for round two? What do we got? We got the top 20 polarizing figures in sports. So let me load that up. All right. You guys know the rules. Robots paint, you guessed. And I do give a few clues along the way that are sometimes helpful. We're doing the top 20 most polarizing figures in sports history, or controversial figures in sports history. This gentleman holds the all-time Major League Baseball record for most career hits. How could that be controversial? He played the game with a relentless, aggressive style. He managed the team while still an active player. He was accused of betting on games while managing. That doesn't sound like it works really, right? Because you can manage it where you only win by 1 run or 2 runs. Yeah. He was banned from baseball, keeping him out of the Hall of Fame. No, come on now. Okay, we're gonna need somebody in the house to be our sports guy, because this is an easy one. A legend on the field, but a scandal off it cost him everything. He was kept out of the Hall of Fame. He bet on sports. He like hangs out at the memorabilia shops and does autographs for $100 each. That's what this guy does. That's his profession. Nobody knows? It's not Babe Ruth and Barry Bonds. Hang on to that Barry Bonds answer, though. This is Pete Rose. You guys don't remember that name? Pete Rose. Baseball career 1963 to 1986. OJ. OJ's a good answer in general for this category, but incorrect. All right, so I didn't know she was quite so controversial here, but the robots tell me she is. One of the greatest goalkeepers in U.S. soccer, or football as you guys would like to say, history. Helped the U.S. women's national team win multiple titles. She's known for her fiery leadership and public outspokenness. Whoa. And she was arrested for domestic violence. There you go. I was wondering what the controversy was. Clashed with teammates and coaches, dividing fans. You are correct, King. Do you know her first name? That is her last name. She clashed with teammates and coaches. Ooh, a fearless competitor, but her controversies overshadowed her brilliance. Yeah, this woman. Domestic violence. Was she married to a man or a woman? I don't know which. I guess it doesn't matter. Han Solo is an excellent answer and very close to correct. Her name is Hope. Hope Solo. Hope Solo. Short career, 2000 to 2016. There you go. That was kind of fun. That was kind of interesting. Let's see if you guys know this one. We got another soccer one for you. Football. A football genius leading his country to World Cup glory. His play was a mix of skill, artistry, and toughness. He scored one of the most famous goals in history by hand. I don't know what that means. He battled drug addiction throughout his career. Stuart knows. Stuart! Stuart is correct. He was worshipped in Argentina, but criticized for his personal troubles. Diego Maradona. His career was 1976 to 1997, and he was a magician with the ball. But chaos followed him off the field. Look at those leg muscles. This is a strong dude. You think he was the greatest ever, huh, Stuart? I don't really follow soccer. I watch the World Cup once in a while when every 4 years when they do that. So I'll take your word for it on that. Anyway, Diego Maradona is correct, and excellent job, Stuart. Now remember, we're doing controversial figures in sports. Undefeated in the ring with a flawless professional record. Now, there's only one guy, I think, that has that. Master of defensive boxing, frustrating opponents and fans. Didn't he have this is the guy with the shoulder roll, right? Shoulder roll. He avoided fighting certain opponents in their prime. No, that's kind of rotten. He was known for flaunting extreme wealth and arrogance. There you go. The arrogance is what got him on this list. Oh, and he also has a domestic violence accusation that stained his legacy. There you go. Yes, you are correct. Who got it first? Stuart? Stuart got it first? But yeah, you guys know this one. Or at least most of you. This is the shoulder roll guy, right? 1996 to 2017. A master of the sport, but his attitude made him a villain to many. Floyd Mayweather. And did you know he was a junior? Floyd Mayweather Jr. His career was 1996 to 2017. There you go. These are the baddies, sports baddies. That's what we should have called the category. Sports baddies. Now, this guy's a baddie. A cycling champion who dominated the Tour de France. Tour de France. Inspired millions with his cancer survival story. Well, let's go. He denied doping allegations for years, but later admitted to running the biggest doping scandal in sports. Okay. He was stripped of his 7 Tour de France titles. Yeah, you guys know. Rhombus, I think you got it first. Very good. From here to fraud, his fall from grace shocked the world. Oh, I'm sorry. From hero to fraud, his fall from grace shocked the world. Lance Armstrong, of course. Lance Armstrong, his career is stated as 1992 to 2011. 2011. Sports baddie. That was pretty bad, right? He was, of course, cycling was kind of into the doping, right? Yeah, better at cheating than the others. That's a good way to put it. All right, see if you know American football. This is a bad baddie of American football. He is one of the most talented wide receivers in NFL history. He's known for flashy touchdown celebrations. That's how I know him. He does the best dance. He feuded with quarterbacks and coaches. He often was criticized for putting himself above the team. Yeah, that'll get you in trouble. A Hall of Fame talent, but locker room drama followed him everywhere. He was on like 6 different teams. Unbelievable. Pretty short career. Oh, well, NFL, not a short career. He was in the league for 14 years. Loved for his talent, hated for his attitude. Anybody know? My picture's kind of blocking the number. I'm blocking the number. He was number 81, if that helps anybody. Number 81. That probably doesn't help anybody, right? This is Terrell Owens. Terrell, how about that first name, first of all? Terrell. Terrell Owens, 1996 to 2010. Loved for his talent, hated for his attitude. Okay, bad baddie. Let's go to basketball. Let's go to a basketball baddie. This guy played for the tough, defensive-minded Detroit Pistons. He embraced the bad boys era of physical basketball. He is known for dirty fouls and intense trash talking. Oh, not Larry Bird. Not a bad guess. This is a Detroit Piston guy. Larry Bird was, of course, a Boston Celtic. Still one of the most hated players in NBA history. So everybody hated playing this guy. He has a lot of dirty fouls. A champion, though, who thrived as the ultimate villain. You know, some people have to embrace their villain, inner villain. That's what I thought maybe Rory McIlroy should do. Excuse me. Rory in golf, right? Because he's been getting some bad press lately. I think he should embrace his inner villain. This is a guy named Bill Laimbeer. Does that sound familiar to anybody? Bill Laimbeer, Detroit Pistons. His career was 1979 to 1974. A champion who thrived as the ultimate villain. There you go. All right. I think you'll know this guy. He's a baseball player. Speaking of doping, he holds the all-time record for home runs. There you go. 7-time MVP and baseball's most feared hitter. He was accused of using performance-enhancing drugs. His achievements are forever linked to the steroid era. This is the king of the steroid era in baseball. Barry Jones! He comes in and just nails it again. Correct. He was denied entry into the Hall of Fame due to the controversy. That'll get you. That is correct. This is Mr. Barry Bonds. You are correct. Now, his career spanned quite a while, 1986 to 2007. And some of you might remember my little personal story that I actually saw this guy's father play his first game in the majors. So that's how old I am. It's a good story when I tell the whole story. A baseball icon, but his legacy is forever tainted. All right. I bet Mary Jo knows the next one, too. A generational tennis talent with record-breaking wins. These are the bad baddies in sports. Often overshadowed by Federer and Nadal in popularity. His fiery temper on the court. There, yeah, correct. King. King is correct. He refused to get vaccinated. Well, and that was okay. I'm with him. Missing major tournaments. His views and behavior make him be loved and hated in equal measure. Yeah, he became the ultimate champion, though, didn't he? He did. Djokovic with a D. We would accept just Djokovic, though. But King had it first. Way up the board, King had it first. Everybody got it, but King had it first. Novak Djokovic. A champion on the court, a lightning rod off of it. Let's stick with tennis. Let's go back. Let's go back one generation. One of the greatest tennis players of all time. Known for his incredible touch and aggressive play. Constantly argued with umpires and threw tantrums. Now, none of you got to see this. You need to go back and watch some highlights or some old matches. His famous line, "You cannot be serious!" Equally legendary and infamous for his fiery temper. Correct. I think Stuart, I think you had it first. Stuart had it first, but everybody's getting it. It was that stellar impersonation. You cannot be serious. John McEnroe. His career was 1978 to 1994, and of course he's still on TV, right? He does the announcing. I don't know if he does Wimbledon, but he does lots of things. Yeah, McEnroe Borg. Awesome match. He used to have great matches with, I don't know if you remember American Jimmy Connors. Remember that? Yeah, a tennis genius, but his temper became just as famous as his game. A truly bad baddie of sports. Now, perhaps the number one baddie in my mind, but the robots have him at number 10. The youngest heavyweight champion in boxing history, feared for his knockout power. He served time in prison for rape. Now, that's a baddie. and this is the ultimate baddie move. He bit off part of Evander Holyfield's ear in a fight. Yes, of course. I think King had it first. Later reinvented himself, but his legacy remains complicated. I like him now, but he had to mellow. He was pretty good in that movie, the Hangover movie, right? With the tiger. It was pretty good. Yeah. And he just had a big payday, right? Yeah. He had a big payday. Mike Tyson. I do have a Mike Tyson story too, but we'll see. In fact, I have two Mike Tyson stories. But it's maybe for the later show. From boxing's most feared man to a symbol of redemption, Mike Tyson. We're gonna have to do a whole new category on baddies that have redemption. Yeah, he's a legend. Speaking of less than legend, this gentleman led his team to a Super Bowl appearance. But he kneeled during the national anthem in protest. He sparked national debate on race and politics in sports. He lost his job in the NFL amid the controversy. Who knows this one? Some call him a hero. Others say he divided the game. Big Afro guy. That's him. You guys don't know who this is. That's because he's kind of a weak player. Some call him a hero. Others say he divided the game. He led his team to a Super Bowl appearance, but he kneeled during the national anthem in protest. And Mary Jo has the first letter correct. I don't think we give her credit. Oh, well, there we go. There we go. Mary Jo again. Mary Jo helps you guys. Colin Kaepernick. His career was 2011 to 2016. Not too long. And the robots seem to think he's a baddie. So there you go. The robots know. All right. Next guy. A powerful slugger with incredible stats. He became famous for his home runs and eccentric personality. He exposed widespread steroid use in baseball. So this was the big whistleblower. This guy was the big whistleblower on steroids. He was blackballed from the sport for the whistleblowing. Now, do you understand that part of the story? Interesting, huh? Fans respect his honesty, but baseball turned its back on him. Wow, so the robots have definitely sided with this guy. They definitely like this guy. It's an interesting storyline by the clues. The man who blew the lid off of baseball's steroid era. Oakland, that's good. You know it's Oakland. Do you remember the guy's name? He was a stud. Hispanic gentleman. One of the big home run hitters. I don't know, they call them the Bash Brothers or something like that. I can't remember. Something like that. This is Mr. Jose Canseco. Jose Canseco. 1985 to 2001. So he was around for 16 years. Not bad. There you go. Now, I'm anxious to find out what this lady did that was so bad. One of the greatest athletes in history. She won 23 Grand Slam singles titles. But she's known for fiery on-court confrontations. Kind of like McEnroe. Some criticize her dominance and strong personality. That doesn't sound that bad. A trailblazer for women's sports despite constant scrutiny. Stewart had it first, I think. Correct. Serena Williams. A legend who broke barriers but faced criticism every step of the way. So why'd the robots put her on this list? I don't know. I think the robots were just trying to be controversial. I'm okay with her on the list. She's too good. Needs to be knocked down a little. All right. Let's go on down to number 6 on our baddies of sports. Now, this guy is the mastermind behind the New England Patriots dynasty. American football again. Known for cold, calculated coaching decisions. He's accused of videotaping opponents in the Spygate scandal. Devious. He is also linked to the Deflategate controversy. Now, do you guys know what the Deflategate Mary Jo. Mary Jo again. Who knows what the deflate gate? You guys are playing some other game. No, that's fine. That's good. Glad you guys are chatting. All these English blokes. Are only Americans blokes? Are English people blokes too? I don't know what blokes means exactly. Fans call him a genius. Critics call him a cheater. Doctor! Doctor's in the house. But Mary Jo got it first. One of NFL's greatest minds. Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick, NFL coach, 1975 until present. He's still a coach. Here we go, number 5. And this guy earned his batty stripes for sure. He revolutionized golf with his power and precision. He became the youngest Masters champion ever. His perfect image crumbled after a cheating scandal. and his wife knocking him in the head with the golf ball. He struggled with injuries, DUI arrests, and personal issues. Yeah, poor Tiger. Poor Tiger. Rhombus, I think I read it first. Everybody's got it, but I think Rhombus had it. It made an epic comeback, though, to win the 2019 Masters. And that is true. It was an epic comeback. And I was certainly rooting for him. I'm still rooting for him. Even though he's a bad baddie, I am still rooting for Tiger. Him and Tyson. Did you have a first, King? No, Rhombus. Well, unless there's an internet issue. But Rhombus had it on my chart. It was very close. Maybe you guys have it in a different order. A legend who fell from grace, only to rise again. There you go. Tiger Woods. Tiger Woods. Still playing today. We're down to the top 4 bad baddies of sports. This guy's a bad baddie. And you know what? I got a Dennis Rodman story too. I'll tell you someday. I've got a lot of celebrity encounters, actually. I'm surprised. I didn't realize that, but I do. One of the best rebounders and defenders in NBA history, known for his colorful hair and wild off-court antics. He wore a wedding dress to promote his book. Rhombus had. Doctor had it. Stewart had it first. Stewart had it first. Give it to Stewart. He built a bizarre friendship with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un, a controversial personality who was as unpredictable as he was talented. Basketball's wildest star, both on and off the court. That British lag. That British Starlink lag. Basketball's wildest star. Dennis Rodman. Dennis Rodman. You guys all had that correct. Now it's kind of interesting. This guy made the list. The most decorated quarterback in the NFL history. He won 7 Super Bowls and dominated the league for decades. He was accused of benefiting from referee favoritism. Well, that's not his fault. Is that why he's on the list? Oh, no. The infamous Deflategate scandal questioned his integrity. Now, do you guys know the Deflategate scandal? You're correct. You're correct. Let's see. King. I think King had it first. You are correct. Now, who knows the deflate gate? Deflate. Some call him the GOAT. Others think he's overrated. I think the robots are Team Giselle. We're going to have to do top supermodels and see if the robots come up with Giselle on top. An NFL icon whose greatness always sparked debate. I didn't know that. Yeah, Deflategate. They made the football less inflated, so it was easier to catch. Pretty funny. Overrated. Oh, I knew Mary Jo wasn't Mary Jo. That's Jan, isn't it? Oh, very good. Very good. Anyway, Tom Brady was correct. Anyway, this guy, I'm with the robots on this one. A once-in-a-lifetime generation basketball talent, he won multiple NBA championships with different teams. He is criticized for the decision TV special announcing his team change. Unfortunately, I didn't even know about that. You did some TV special about him changing teams? Accused of flopping and influencing referees. Yeah, I don't like that. I don't like that flopping. Don't like that flopping. Looks like King might have had that one first. His outspoken political views have made him both loved and hated. A basketball legend whose every move divides fans. Well, that's right. The original name of the category was Most Polarizing Figures in Sports. Not Bad Baddies. Most Polarizing. So I think he fits that category. And maybe that's why Serena was in there. Everybody knows. It's LeBron! LeBron James. Still playing today, 2003 till present. Number one. Who's number one? One of the greatest boxers of all time. Known for his poetic trash talk and larger-than-life personality. Refused to be drafted into the Vietnam War, causing national outrage. He converted to Islam and changed his name from Cassius Clay. That was his original name. Oh, well, let's see, who had it first? Robbins. Yes. You guys were trying to guess Cassius Clay, but we wanted the Muhammad Ali. Now revered as an icon, but was once one of the most controversial athletes in America. So he is once again a figure of redemption. Redemption. A bad baddie. Redeemed. A sports legend who stood for more than just boxing. There you go. Long boxing career though. 1960 to 1981. Which for boxing, that's a long time. So yes, Muhammad Ali is the correct answer. All right, you guys. Hey, thanks everybody for playing that round. Awesome. You guys did well. You guys actually knew your controversial sports figures. All right, the next one's going to be hard. We're going to learn. You guys ready to learn something? We're going to do top 20 most bizarre archaeological finds. They're going to be kind of hard. So good luck. If you've been paying attention to previous games, though, you might do better. So here we go. Let's load it. guys know the rules by now. Robots paint, you guys guess, and I do give a few clues along the way. Top 20 most bizarre archaeological finds. This is our educational round. This was discovered in a cave. This was weird. This was discovered in a cave. This small figure was only 6.5 inches tall. The remains were mummified and had distinct human-like features. This sounds weird. Some believe it is evidence of a lost race of miniature humans. That doesn't sound right. Others suggest it may be an infant with a rare medical condition. So this guy in Wyoming found it, and he's got it in this glass. This was in 1932, if that helps anybody. A mysterious relic that fuels legend of the little people in Native American folklore. Now, does anybody know the name of this? This is if you know your archaeology, you may know. This is a tiny enigma that blurs the line between legend and reality. I love Lock Cave. That's another one of those interesting stories about giants. The San Pedro Mountain Mummy is the name of this, and it's a little baby mummy in a glass jar. All right, we learned something. Number 19. I think you know this one. It was found in an ancient shipwreck off the coast of Greece. A complex device with gears and dials, unlike anything from its time. Scientists call it the world's first analog computer. It was used for astronomical calculations over 2,000 years ago. This one's a true story, not a legend. Its advanced engineering still baffles researchers today. One of the bizarre archaeological findings. They found this in 1901 off the coast of Greece in a shipwreck. An ancient machine that rewrote the history of technology. Anybody know what this is called? Anybody know their archaeology? Okay, your next assignment is to watch like 3 of my old movies. So you learn this stuff. This is called the Antikythera mechanism. 2,000-year-old computer found off the coast of Greece. There you go. Learn something else every day on Quick Bite History Live. You guys are all writing this stuff down, right? Made with steel so pure, it wasn't seen again until the 19th century. Found across Europe, each blade is inscribed with a mysterious name. No one knows how Vikings acquired such advanced metallurgy. The swords were stronger, sharper, and more flexible than others of their time. Now, this is the 9th to 11th century AD. Were they the product of lost knowledge or ancient trade with the East? So they might have come from China or something. But they have a name, and they were found way back, 19th century. A Viking weapon ahead of its time, leaving historians puzzled. Yeah, it's a knife, it's a sword, but they have a name. I guess this is hard. Is this hard? The Ulf Bert swords. Ulf Ulfbert. Vikings, Vikings. Ulfbert. A Viking weapon ahead of its time. There you go. All right. Well, I've got something from Scotland for you. It's a massive stone slab covered in strange carvings. The symbols resemble stars, spirals, and circles. Some believe it is an ancient star map. Well, that makes some sense. Others think it had spiritual or ritual significance. That's always their guess, right? Had some spiritual or ritual significance. Over 5,000 years old. 5,000 years old. Its true meaning remains unknown. This is in Scotland. The Blarney Stone. Oh, and Stuart had that, the other one. Very good. Or the Ulfbert swords. Anybody know where this one is? Anybody know? It's in Scotland. It is called the Cockno Stone. Cockno Stone. C-O-C-H. C-O-C-H. Cockno Stone. Scotland. There you go. A prehistoric puzzle carved into stone. Now, I think you might know this one if you can figure out the picture. Maybe pay attention to the clues instead. Hundreds of giant shapes and animals carved into the desert. The designs can only be seen from the sky. There you go. There's the clue. There's the golden clue. Some believe they were messages to the gods. It's important. Others think they may have been used for astronomical tracking. Well, they weren't by the Incas, I don't think. They weren't by the Incas, but they were in that general area. Yeah, Stuart. No one knows how an ancient civilization created such precise figures that can only be seen from the sky. Crazy. These were only discovered in the 1920s. Only discovered in the 1920s. And you are correct. It is called the Nazca Lines in Peru. A massive, mysterious artwork that defies explanation. Most Bizarre Archaeological Finds. There you go. Good job, Stuart. Yeah, Graham Hancock. I love that guy. Love that guy. What's he taking, like 50 trips on DMT? He's in touch with his spiritual inner self. Now, who knows what this is? Dozens of strange hollow metal objects with 12 sides. Weird. Each has small knobs and circular holes on its faces. What the heck did they use these for? Found across the Roman Empire. It's a Roman Empire thing, but with no instructions. Theories include calendars, measuring devices, or religious artifacts. There's the religious artifacts. A relic of Roman ingenuity with an unknown purpose. Anybody know what this is called? What are these things called? An ancient gadget that continues to stump historians. It's been found across the Roman Empire. Yeah. Well, that's close enough. That's close enough, Rum. That's really close. Almost. This is the Roman dodecahedrons. which I think you're close enough from. Dodecahedrons. Weird, huh? I never knew about those until we made this game. We're gonna have to look into that. Maybe we'll do a whole series on that. You guys love that. All right, what is this? This is Gary. It's discovered deep in a remote cave. Yeah, it looks like it was discovered in a cave. A massive, perfectly preserved claw with skin and muscles still attached. It belonged to a prehistoric flightless bird called the moa. The species went extinct 500 years ago. Some say the discovery proves these creatures survived much longer than that, though, because this thing's perfectly preserved. Now, who knows anybody know the name of this? This has a specific name. How about, I kind of gave you the clue because it's the flightless bird. So where was this discovered? What country? It was discovered in 1986. And it has a name, and then it has a country. So I don't know how you Google this. Giant claw from the moa. Yeah, it does look like it's part of Big Bird. It does. This is called the Mount Owen claw. That's where they found it, the Mount Owen claw. And the country was New Zealand, not Venezuela. New Zealand, of course. It's the moa. The moa bird, right? The giant birds. Yeah, there you go. Okay. Learn something every day. Quick Bite History Live. Now this one's hard. This one's hard. This was discovered in the 13th century. It's a medieval manuscript weighing 165 pounds. So what you're seeing there is a big book. A big book. It contains an entire copy of the Bible, written by one person. But it's a version of the Bible written by another person. The legend says a monk made a deal with the devil to finish it. A chilling full-page illustration of Satan is included in the text, and that's what we're seeing here. You can't really tell, but that's Satan. I see that my picture's not very big. There we go. Now I'm bigger. Hey, guys. How it was completed so quickly remains a mystery. Anybody know what this book is called? Not Rosetta Stone. How it was completed so quickly. Whew. A book that blurs the line between faith and folklore. So somebody made this up. It's called the Devil's Bible. The Devil's Bible. There you go. All right. I told you they were the bizarre archaeological finds. This one was created by an Ottoman admiral. All right, doesn't look like much yet. It depicts the Americas with surprising accuracy. It also shows Antarctica centuries before its official discovery. It's a map that shows Antarctica. Oh, what? Rhombus? What? Did you Google the 20 top bizarre archaeological finds? That is correct. That is correct. How did a 16th century map maker know these lands so well? Yeah, that seems unholy, that answer. Some believe it was based on ancient lost maps. A map that suggests forgotten knowledge of the world. It's weird. So it had lots of weird things that they shouldn't have known back then. It's the Pee Wee Reese, Pee Wee Reese, Pee Wee Rice, I guess, map. Pee Wee Rice map. Pee Wee Reese is a baseball player. All right, there we go. I think you know this one. A mysterious cloth bearing the image of a man. Not just any man. Some believe it shows the face of Jesus Christ. Scientists have debated its authenticity for centuries. Carbon dating has produced conflicting results. Correct. Correct you are. Rumbas. Carbon dating has produced conflicting results. Whether miracle or medieval forgery, its mystery endures. Yes, this is the Shroud of Turin. Shroud of Turin, found in Italy. First mentioned in the 14th century. Well, I don't know if it was found in Italy, but they've got it in Italy. A religious relic shrouded in controversy and fascination. Fascination. The Shroud of Turin. That was number 11. So, mercifully, we only have 10 more. You guys all got that one, though. So, maybe they're getting easier as we get down to the top ones, right? Now, we've heard about this thing before. It's not just the bizarre ones. This is a top one. A book written in unknown language. It is filled with bizarre plant drawings and astronomical charts. No one has ever been able to fully translate it. Some think it's a medical guide. Others say it's a hoax. A true linguistic mystery with no clear origin. Yeah, you guys both got Rhombus and Alex. Got that one. Of course, I'm translating on the fly, Alex, but I think you had it. And Rhombus did. It is the Voynich manuscript. Undeciphered. It was discovered in 1912. A book no one can read, but everyone wants to understand. I think it was a hoax. What do you guys think? This one seems like a hoax, not just a bizarre archaeological find. It makes every list, though. I don't know. Robots seem to be into it. So there you go. Down to number 9. One of our favorite subjects. Books are kind of boring. Over 100 well-preserved mummies found in China's desert. Now, we're looking for a particular mummy, though. Many have European-like features. Well, that's weird in China, right? They wore colorful woven clothing. Ancient astronauts, perhaps. Suggests early migrations between Europe and Asia. So these were all Europeans found mummified in China. They estimate the date at 2000 BC. 2000 BC. Stuart's got it. A discovery that rewrites history. There you go. Ancient travelers who left behind more questions than answers. Yeah, that looks pretty creepy. The Terra mummies is correct. Found in China. And again, the year was 2000 BCE. BC. There you go. That was number 9. Mummies. Gotta love the mummies. This next one's really weird. I had never heard of this next one. And it's very interesting. Maybe you guys have heard of it. Love that mummy. Now this is rusted metal pipes that are embedded in solid rock. Really weird. Hopefully the pictures can do it justice here. They appear to be 150,000 years old, these metal pipes. Some lead to a nearby lake. Others go deep underground. Weird. Were they natural formations, which sounds weird, or man-made? A find that fuels ancient alien theories. Yes, if they're 150,000 years old. And these are metal pipes embedded in stone. Anybody know? A find that fuels ancient alien theories. Rusted metal pipes embedded in solid rock. Anybody know the name of this? It's in China. It's in China. So it's got a Chinese kind of name. It was only discovered in 2002. But I'll tell you what, it doesn't look natural to me. And if it's metal, that's weird. It's called the bygone. Bygone. Not bygone. Not bygones be bygones. It's bygone pipes. There you go. Pipes in stone. Weird. All right, now you might have heard of this one. Hundreds of massive, perfectly round stone spheres. Some weigh several tons. Their purpose is unknown. Markers, symbols, or decorations. No written records explain their creation. A mystery that still rolls through history. That's kind of a play with words. A mystery that still rolls with history. Who knows what this is? Anybody know? Massive marbles of Maryland. I didn't know those existed. I'm going to have to go see those. Were these spheres nature's work or an ancient civilization's secrets? These were discovered in 1930s in oh, you guys haven't heard of these. These are the giant stone balls of Costa Rica. Kind of a disappointment there. Okay. Now, you might have heard of this place. I've heard of this. It's a vast underground complex of hand-carved caves. Hand-carved caves, not natural. No historical records mention their construction. There's no stories about these places. They just showed up one day. The walls are impossibly smooth and precise. Who built them and why remains a mystery. This was only discovered in 1992 in a farmer's field. Found some waterman going down. He went down and all of a sudden they realized there's all these caves underneath. It's an engineering marvel with no known builders. Now, I told you it's in China. It is in China. And it is some sort of caves. And it's all hand carved. And these are huge. It's hard to tell the scale there. And they go on and on and on. On and on and on. This is not the catacombs. Yeah, the catacombs are in Paris. You are correct. They are. No guesses? Going once, going twice. This is the Long U Caves. Longyou in China. Long U Caves. Look, check that out. They're really cool. This is interesting. Now, I don't know about this one. It's a hammer encased in rock. It was discovered by a hiker. The surrounding rock was estimated to be over 400 million years old. There you go. The hammer itself had an unusual, almost pure iron head. Some claim it's proof of an advanced prehistoric civilization. Others argue it's just an old tool that somehow got embedded in ancient rock. I like that description. It's just an old tool that somehow got embedded in ancient rock. You are correct. King has it. It is indeed the London hammer. You know where it was found, King? Or anyone else? You know where they found this thing? They found it in 1936. It is the London hammer, but they did not find it in London. It was found in Texas. You weren't thinking I was going to say that, did you? There you go. All right, the London hammer. All right, four more. Now I think you've heard of this place, and it is listed as bizarre because of the age. 9600 BC. Nobody thought anything was this old. It's an ancient temple site, older than Stonehenge. Older than Stonehenge and the pyramids combined. I added that combined, but it's true. The massive stone pillars are covered in intricate carvings. It was once built by unknown people before farming was even widespread. Yes, this is Turkish Gabi Teki. That is partially correct. Some think it marks the origin of religion itself. Yeah, that's spelled better. That's better spelling. You guys are getting closer and closer. I think King might have it. The world's first temple or a lost civilization monument. Hard to say. Göbekli Tepe. Göbekli Tepe. All right. Now this is interesting. Small metallic spheres were found inside ancient rock formations. Some have grooves so precise they seem artificially made. Geologists claim they are natural formations. I don't believe those geologists. We're not going to believe those geologists, are we? Alternative theories suggest they are evidence of prehistoric technology. Yes, we prefer that. Are they natural oddities or proof of something we can't explain? Now, these were found in South Africa. And get this, they are estimated to be 3 billion years old. That was indeed an early civilization that made those. Yeah, you got it. King. That is correct. You guys are good at this. We're going to do lots more of this. You guys are so good at it. The Klerksdorp spheres is correct. The Klerksdorp spheres. Perfectly shaped spheres where no tool should have existed 3 billion years ago. All right, this one's pretty cool. Number 2. A tiny humanoid skeleton was discovered in Siberia. Siberia. Alex still here? Siberia. Its head was elongated with unusual bone structure. Some believe it's evidence of extraterrestrial life. Others say it could be human. Could be a human child with a rare condition. Yeah, guess so. DNA tests have failed to provide a conclusive answer. Siberia. Irina's from Siberia. What was the town you're from, Alex? In Siberia? Irina's from Omsk. Omsky. The Siberian alien skeleton. In Russia, discovered in 1996. An unearthly skeleton with origins still unknown. No, the Siberian tigers have got to be way out east. Alashenka. I'm not sure where that is. Where's that relative to Novosibirsk? All right, number 1 with a bullet. A clay jar containing a metal cylinder and a rod was discovered. Some scientists believe it could have been used to generate electricity. It may have powered ancient electroplating techniques. Cool. No historic texts explain its use. Could ancient civilizations have known about electricity long before we thought? Correct. You are rhombus. Not too far. So Omsk is straight south of there, right? But a lot south. Yeah. Omsk is down near, close to Kazakhstan. Yeah, it is the Baghdad battery. Is correct. The Baghdad battery. Found in Baghdad, Iraq, of course. 250 BC. So they made this battery in 250 BC. Weird, huh? An ancient battery that could change what we know about history. All right. Well, you guys were good sports. Very good sports. Played well. All right. Well, you know what time it is. That's the end of the show. However, we may have a bonus round available if you guys are so inclined. Do you want to know what it is? Before you do thumbs up, you want to know what the category is? Because there might be some you don't like, right? Oh, thumbs up from Stuart anyway. I'll tell you what it is. No, I shouldn't tell you what it is. You guys just have to decide. Oh, there's 2. That's all we needed was 2. So we have 2 voting for the bonus round. Is that right? Am I correct? All right, Matthew. Well, then we better do the bonus round then. Excuse me there. All right. So how about the top 20 famous people who died too young? How's that sound? We did that several months ago. And I don't know if you guys will remember it or not. Probably not. All right, you know the rules. Robots. You Top 20 famous people who died too young. I bet you remember this first one, but we can ask some extra questions. She burst onto the scene with a retro sound blending jazz, R&B, and soul. Known for her beehive hair and signature eyeliner. Her second album won multiple Grammy Awards. She struggled with addiction, which was often covered by the media. All right, yes, indeed. Stuart has the complete answer. Matthew has it as well. Correct. Now, who can remember some of her songs? Anybody remember a song? How about what age did she die? What age did she die? She died in 2011. Yes, indeed. She is a member of the 27 Club. That is correct. And let's see, does anybody have any songs? Can they remember? Her album, Back to Black, became one of the UK's best-selling albums of the 21st century. Yeah, there you go. Yeah, 27. Rehab. Remember, that was her biggest hit, Rehab. Yeah. All right, who's this guy? Only starred in 3 films, yet became a cultural icon. He's known for portraying brooding, rebellious characters. He did die in a tragic car accident at a young age. His role in Rebel Without a Cause made him a legend. Correct. You guys, I'm sorry, I didn't notice you guys had the answer so early. King Stuart, you are correct. He was posthumously nominated for 2 Academy Awards. Now, who remembers what kind of car he had the accident in? Does anybody remember the car? Or the car actually had a nickname. Does anybody remember the nickname of the car? Or the car? You're correct, it's James Dean. But he died at only the age of 25. And I actually used to drive past the monument all the time. It was between where I went to college in San Luis Obispo, California, and the Central Valley. We were always on our way over to the mountains to go skiing or hiking or something at Yosemite or Sequoia or Tahoe. It was indeed a Porsche. It was a Porsche Spider. Porsche Spider. And the nickname was Little Bastard. Anyway, you probably already recognize this gal. One of the most iconic female rock singers of her time, known for her powerful, raspy voice and emotional performance. She performed at Woodstock and the Monterey Pop Festival. And she did pass away from a heroin overdose, unfortunately. Yes, you are correct, King. Her posthumous album, Pearl, includes the hit song Me and Bobby McGee. So that wasn't released until after her death. And again, who knows what age she died at? Anybody know? Trick question. Me and Bobby McGee. Yes, of course. You are correct. Oh, Piece of My Heart. Awesome. Awesome. 27 Club. There you go. Speaking of that, who's next? This gentleman became the voice of a generation with the rise of grunge. He is the lead singer of a band whose breakout album was Nevermind. He struggled with fame and personal issues. Yes, you have it. King Stewart from Buzz. known for songs like Smells Like Teen Spirit. Supposedly, he died by suicide. At what age? What age? He was married to... Who was he married to? 27, of course. He's one of the 27. Yes. And Courtney Love, who just signed up for British citizenship. Did you guys hear that? She was leaving the U.S. I think she's on the Diddy and Epstein list. I'm not sure. But for some reason, she's headed to you guys. Now, I didn't know this guy, but he's also a member of the 27 Club. He rose to fame as part of the 1980s New York art scene. He collaborated with pop art legend Andy Warhol. Huh, interesting. His work continues to sell for millions at auctions. Wow. And unfortunately, he did die of a heroin overdose at the age of 27. Who knows who this is? Who knows? I didn't know this one. A little more obscure. I guess artists aren't as popular as musicians. Bummer. Yeah, you are correct, Stuart. It's not Jimi. It's not Jimi Hendrix. It is Jean Michel or Michael? Michel Basquiat. So you say it Basquiat? Jean-Michel Basquiat. Maybe I've got that right. Maybe not. Who's this? Widely considered one of the greatest guitarists of all time, he's known for his electrifying performance at Woodstock. His rendition of the Star Spangled Banner became legendary. He released iconic albums, The Electric Ladyland, and You Are Experienced. Correct. You are Rhombus. Stuart, you had it first. Stuart had it first. Matthew, King, everybody knows. What age did he die? What age? And he's, left-handed. He was a left-handed and played a right-handed guitar flipped upside down. How about that? They didn't have left-hand electric guitars for him. And 27, of course. Yes, indeed. All right, it's about time for us to leave the 27 club, though. Although James Dean wasn't 27, he was only 25. Just FYI. FYI. Jimi Hendrix. Stars who died too young. Okay, here we go. Known for her humanitarian efforts and charity work, she became a global icon after marrying into the British royal family. Often called the People's Princess, she was constantly pursued by the paparazzi. And that's what finally got her, right? Correct, you all are. I think Stuart probably had it first. Stuart Rhombus, King Alex. Everybody's got it. These are too easy, huh? It's nice to finish with an easy category. Her charity work helped destigmatize HIV/AIDS. during the 1980s. There you go. She died in 1997. 1997. Yeah, Princess of Wales. Correct. All right, we're down to number 13. This gentleman began his acting career in Australian television. He starred in popular films like 10 Things I Hate About You and everyone's favorite movie, Brokeback Mountain. Couldn't make it through. I'm sorry. Posthumously won an Oscar for his role in The Dark Knight. His portrayal of the Joker was widely acclaimed. Correct. Rhombus, King, Stewart, Joker. That's correct, Alec. He directed several music videos, including ones for the musician named Ben Harper, if you're familiar with Ben. You are correct. This is Heath Ledger. Passed away in 2008. 2008. There he is. Kind of sad, huh? Now the category's getting sad. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Brokeback Mountain, but to each his own. To each his own. Live and let live. All right. I have no idea who this gal is, but she's known as the Princess of R&B. Actually, that's not true. I didn't know. Starred in movies like Romeo Must Die and Queen of the Damned. This is the lady from Queen of the Damned. Did you see that movie, Queen of the Damned? That was not bad. That's one of the vampire ones. She had hit songs like Try Again and Are You That Somebody? Anybody know who this is? Queen of the Damned. Damn. She was engaged to music producer Damon Dash at the time of her death. That's a good, cool name, Damon Dash. She did die in a plane crash shortly after filming a music video. Yeah. You got it, Rhombus. Matthew. Erwin had it first. Hey, Erwin, wait. Welcome to the game. We're almost at the end, but welcome to the game. You are correct. Alaya. Yeah, Queen of the Damned. That was an awesome movie. Did you guys see that? Pretty cool. Yeah. All right. We're down to number 11. And we're going back a few years. This guy passed away in 1973. A martial arts legend who revolutionized action films. He created his own martial arts philosophy called Jeet Kune Do or Kune Do. Jeet Kune Do. I don't think I'm saying that right. Oh, but you guys know the answer already. Anyway, correct. King looks like he was first, but everybody's got it. Heavily influenced the portrayal of Asians in American cinema. And he did die at the age of 32. But you know what he died from? A cerebral edema. Wow. Tough luck. Bruce Lee was also a philosopher and wrote extensively on martial arts and life philosophy. So there you go. Mr. Bruce Lee. Yeah, died too young. That's our category. Famous people who died too young. A rising Hollywood actress during the 1960s. She was married to famed director Roman Polanski. She appeared in films such as Valley of the Dolls and Certified Hottie, for sure. Correct. King has it already. She was tragically murdered by members of the Manson family. She was 8 months pregnant at the time of her death. Sad story. These are getting sadder and sadder. I guess they started sad. They're all sad. Sharon Tate was known for her beauty and poise, which captivated audiences in her short career. And so, yes, everyone that said Sharon Tate had the answer. Born in 1943 and passed in 1969. Married to Roman Polanski. There you go. Down to number 9. Died too young. This gentleman was one of the most influential rappers in history. Known for addressing social issues in his music. Albums like All Eyes on Me solidified his legendary status. He was embroiled in the East Coast, West Coast rap rivalry. Correct. You are. Looks like Rumbus has it first. What's Tupac's last name? I don't know if that's is that his real name? I don't know if that's his real name. Not sure if it's his real name. Died in a drive-by shooting in Las Vegas. Yeah, he did. His work lives on through posthumous albums, films, and poetry. He's a poet. Yeah, correct. Shakur. Tupac Shakur, 1971 to 1996. Tupac Shakur. There you go. There he is. And related, kind of, related story. He's also known as the Notorious B.I.G. He released the acclaimed album Ready to Die. But at least he was ready. Known for his smooth flow and lyrical storytelling. He is part of the East Coast rap scene and rival of Tupac Shakur. Correct. You guys are all getting it. Stuart might have had it first. Matthew Romas King. Everybody knows. He was also killed in a drive-by shooting, but in Los Angeles. And you're correct. This is, there he is. That's him. Mr. Biggie Smalls. Biggie Smalls. Born in 1972, passed in 1997. He was mentioned by Sean Diddy Combs, who helped launch his career. Part of the Diddy clan. Oh, poor Diddy. Poor Diddy. Poor Diddy. No, more poor Biggie, though, than Tupac. Tupac and Biggie and Diddy. All right. Moving on. Number 7. A rock and roll pioneer of the 1950s, known for his hits like Peggy Sue and That'll Be the Day. He inspired future legends like the Beatles. Well, if you inspired the Beatles, you're pretty big. He did die in a plane crash at the same time as somebody else. Who else was in the plane with him? You guys know it's Buddy Holly. You're correct. Everybody's correct. Stuart, I think you had it first. Buddy Holly is correct. And who else was in the plane? His death is referred to as the day the music died. The day the music died. Which we all know went in another song. Yes, Rhombus, you're correct. And Matthew, you had it too. The Big Bopper. Richie Valens. Correct. You both had it. Nice. Bye Bye Miss American Pie. Correct. The day the music died. You are all correct. He was one of the first to use a Fender Stratocaster guitar. Cool. Buddy Holly. All right. Died too young. Died way too young. She is known for her diary, which became a key Holocaust document. She lived in hiding with her family during World War II. Her diary was published posthumously as the diary of a young girl. Correct you are. Correct you are. Oh, Matthew. Matthew had it first. King. Correct. Correct you are. Captured and sent to a concentration camp where she died at the age of 15 in the Bergen-Belsen camp. The Bergen-Belsen camp. I never heard that fact before. Anne Frank's house in Amsterdam is now a museum, which is visited by millions. So yeah, Anne Frank died at the age of only 16. 1929 to 1945. Oh, actually, she died when she was only 15. Man. Tough draw. All right, we're down to the top 5 people, famous people, who died too young. This gentleman became a king of Macedonia at the age of 20 years old. And he conquered most of the known world by the time he was 30. He never lost a battle in his lifetime. And he founded over 20 cities, many of which bore his name. Hey, you might as well, if you're going to found a city, you might as well name it after yourself. I mean, I would. Yes, you know who it is. Thanks, Stewart got it first. Rhombus King. Correct. He died under mysterious circumstances at the age of 32 in Babylon. So he either was sick or got poisoned or something. Something got him. He was only 32 years old in Babylon. Alexander the Great. 356 BC to 323 BC. He was tutored, remember, by the philosopher Aristotle. If we remember our Socrates and Greek history, which I'm sure we know. Number 4. The last ruler of ancient Egypt's Ptolemaic dynasty. I'm going to say it right. Ptolemaic dynasty. Famously involved with Roman leaders Julius Caesar and Mark Antony. She played a key role in the Roman civil wars. She's known for her intelligence, political acumen, and beauty. Correct. Everybody's got the answer. Looks like King had it first. Stuart. Not Nefertiti, Rhombus. Although, with the hat, with the head whip, I would have said Nefertiti too. I see where you got that. This is just Cleopatra wearing a different hat. What was Cleopatra's number? She had a number. What number was Cleopatra? Anybody know? She died of suicide by snake bite. Gnarly suicide. Cleopatra the blank. Not the third. She was the seventh. She was the seventh. Top three. Top three died too young. This gentleman was a child prodigy who composed his first symphony at the age of 8. He wrote over 600 works, including symphonies and operas. He struggled financially despite that success. I guess there was no money in classical music. There isn't now, and there certainly wasn't, and it appears there wasn't then. Correct. Who's got the complete answer? Who has the, I see Mozart. Who has the complete answer? His opera, The Magic Flute, premiered shortly before his death. He died of illness at the age of 35 while composing a requiem. I don't know what is a requiem. I don't know what that is. There you go, Rhombus. Rhombus has the complete answer. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. 1756 to 1791. Many myths surround his death, including theories of poisoning. There you go. All right, we're down to the top two. That's an interesting one that our robots picked for number 2. A key figure in the Romantic poetry movement. Now, he died in 1821 as a hint. His poetry was not fully appreciated during his lifetime. His works often explored beauty, nature, and human emotion. Unfortunately, he suffered from tuberculosis, which eventually claimed his life. I don't see the correct answer yet. Not Shakespeare, not Byron. He died at the age of 25 in Rome, where he is buried. His poem, Ode to a Nightingale, is one of the most celebrated works in English literature. English literature. Come on, guys. Not Shelley. Isn't Shelley a woman? It kind of looks like a woman, though. Ode to a Nightingale. No? Romantic poetry movement. Yeah, there you go, Stuart. John Keats. Good job. A last minute win for Stuart. 1795. Correct. Number 1. Died too young. A central figure of Christianity with over 2 billion followers today. He's known for his teaching on love, compassion, and forgiveness. He performed miracles according to the New Testament. He was unfortunately crucified under the order of who? Who ordered his crucifixion? Correct. This is Mr. Jesus Christ. Correct. Jesus Christ. And the dates they list on here are 4 BC to 33 CE. That's interesting. He is believed by Christians to have risen from the dead. And yes, you have the correct answer there. Looks like both Matthew and King have the correct answer. Pontius Pilate. Pontius Pilates. Pilate. His birth is celebrated worldwide as Christmas, one of the most widely observed holidays. And that brings us to a fitting end of tonight's program. They all died too young. All right, well, that was mostly fun tonight, right? Mostly. Kind of mostly. Kind of sort of. Mostly. Yeah, you bet. But we could do a Wednesday. We'll try to do a Wednesday whenever we can. We might even do, something different on Wednesday sometime. I don't know. Who knows what the future holds? I do not know. But I do know that we already have some rounds picked for Sunday. But I'm always glad to hear your suggestions. If you have any new suggestions for categories, you let me know. You can send me a note, or you can put it in a reply to any video anywhere, and I will see it. But we had a good game. Yeah, and happy birthday to King again. Absolutely. That's cool. Glad to hear it. Alex, Stuart, Matthew, Rhombus. Anybody else in the house? Anybody else want to shout out? We had a lot of fun tonight. And I think Jan was playing the Mary Jo character tonight. And I don't know if you guys remember, but Jan's actually my dad. So there you go. He knew his stuff there. I don't think it was my mom, although she might have known too. Anyway, anybody got anything else for tonight before I sign off? Any other words of wisdom? Any ideas on rounds? Oh, we were talking about zodiac signs now, huh? There you go. Yeah, I'm a Pisces as well. I am a Pisces as well. Just had my birthday fairly recently. Mine is March 6th. March 6th is my birthday. So I don't know. Is it still in Pisces right now? I guess it's on the cusp, or is it Aries now? I don't know how that works. I don't. I hate to say it, but I don't follow it too much. Yeah, yeah. All right, guys. Well, it's been a pleasure. Always appreciate you hanging out with me. I really do. Yeah, let's do the Mel Gibson. We'll do the Mel Gibson. We'll definitely do the Mel Gibson. Maybe not on Sunday, but we will. Maybe we will. I don't know, but we will do Mel Gibson. It's on my list. I've got that one on my list. All right, guys. I'm gonna sign off and say good night. Good night. When I can, as soon as I can figure out where my buttons are, I'm gonna say good night. See ya.